Hello everyone, it's time for another EU News update, and we have a lot to talk about today. As always, for any merchandise that I mention in this video, there will be links in the description for you to either buy or pre-order them. The death of James Earl Jones on September 9th shocked the whole Star Wars fandom and beyond. You don't need me to tell you his legendary voice shaped the character of Darth Vader. He's also known for his roles in Lion King, Field of Dreams, Coming to America, Hunt for Red October, and much more. After he studied drama in the University of Michigan, he played roles in Shakespearean stage productions until his film debut in 1964 with Dr. Strangelove. He played in various movies and TV shows throughout the 70s until making sci-fi history with Star Wars in 1977. He voiced all his lines for Vader in just a few hours and was paid $7,000. He was uncredited in the first two Star Wars films, but did have his name in the credits for Return of the Jedi. James Earl Jones initially thought that Vader was lying to Luke in the infamous "I am your father" scene, and wondered how he was going to play that one out. Jones died at his home in Dutchess County, New York, at the age of 93. He is survived by his son, Flynn Earl Jones. James Earl Jones and his voice are a legend, and he will be remembered as such for all time. Prolific voice actor Peter Renaday also passed away on September 8th. Renaday's career spans more than 60 years in nearly 200 films, video games, and TV shows such as The Aristocats, The Black Cauldron, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and Transformers. He also voiced the animatronic Abraham Lincoln in the Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World. Arguably his most famous role is voicing Master Splinter in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Townsend Coleman, who voiced Michelangelo, posted that Pete was one of the most genuine, salt-of-the-earth people I have ever known, and I will miss him dearly. In Star Wars, Peter was the voice of Exar Kun in the Tales of the Jedi audio drama. He voiced an Imperial pilot in X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, and in Star Wars The Old Republic, he voiced Warren Sidoru, Captain Gostel, Commander Bevik Thul, General Linel Organa, Lem Karner, Lord Rist, Lord Terrell, Master Eris Vozon, Rogar Den, and the General. He passed away in his home in Burbank, California, at the age of 89. He will be missed by his friends, family, and people from multiple different fandoms. Karina Becco, the writer of Star Wars Legacy Volume 2, will be the 11th guest at Legends Con 2. She is actually a return guest from the first Legends Con last year, but you can see her again at Legends Con 2 along with Paul and Hollis Davids, Chris Avalon, Barbara Hambly, Joe Bongiorno, Shannon McRandall, Troy Denning, Dan Wallace, John Whitman, and Kevin J. Anderson. Legends Con 2 will be at the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas on March 15th and March 16th of 2025. The YouTuber Everest Productions has put out a teaser trailer for Episode 2 of the continuation of their fan film adapting the Darth Plaugeis novel. Given that Episode 1 was already 2 hours, I'm going to assume that Episode 2 will also probably have a similar amount of meatiness. And just as a reminder, this mad lad is also planning on making a Darth Bane fan film too. Darth Plaugeis Episode 2 is estimated to be released sometime this winter. And a congratulations is in order to the YouTuber Star Wars Fan Animations, who recently got his channel monetized and is on the verge of 2,000 subscribers. He is currently working on a Shadows of the Empire fan film. If Lucasfilm won't make adaptations of EU novels, you can at the very least count on the hardcore EU fans to make them out of sheer love for the franchise. And if that's something that interests you, then check out and subscribe to these YouTubers. In book news, the Star Wars Epic Collection, The Rebellion Volume 6, was released on September 10th. The rebellion on the verge of triumph or tragedy. On the eve of Return of the Jedi, as the rebels struggle to find enough allies to counter the Empire, they must contend with notorious crime lords Prince Xizor and Jabba the Hutt. Determined to redeem himself, Lando Calrissian tasks smuggler Dash Rendar with tracking down the captured Han Solo, now in the hands of the galaxy's most feared bounty hunter, Boba Fett. It's up to Lando, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Chewbacca to rescue Han, destroy the new Death Star, and defeat Darth Vader and the evil Emperor Palpatine. This book collects Shadows of the Empire, That Bounty Hunter's Scoundrel's Wages, Classic Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Star Wars Tales from Mos Eisley, Star Wars Tag and Bink 2, Sergio Aragonés's Stomp Star Wars, and Shadows of the Empire minicomic, plus material from Star Wars Kids number 12, Star Wars Visionaries, and Star Wars Tales issues 2, 4 through 8, 10, 12, 14, and 20. And Mike Hansen, the editor responsible for having the Star Wars comics reprinted in Epic Collection format, shared a message he received from Marvel's research coordinator. The last Star Wars epic. This is a huge accomplishment. 54 volumes. Literally 10 years of work. Every single pre-2015 Star Wars comic collected comprehensively and in order. I'm really proud of how this line turned out, and I hope you all are too. And since Rebellion Volume 6 is the 52nd Epic Collection, that means we only have 2 left after this. It's really bittersweet, because while we have a mostly complete collection of every Star Wars comic, new Star Wars Legends comics should have never stopped. And we should be getting even more Epic Collections for years to come. But at the very least, the Epic Collections, and even the older, rarer, and more expensive ones from 2015 on, are going to be reprinted for as long as there is a market of Legends fans. I mean, if there is a market for 54 Star Wars Legends comic collections, you'd think they'd also probably want new Legends comics too. Over on StarWarsTimeline.net, the unpublished issue of Star Wars 3D number 4 and the script of Star Wars 3D issue number 6 from Blackthorn Publishing have been posted. Blackthorn Publishing only made 3 issues of Star Wars 3D before they went bankrupt in the 80s. But, with the exception of issue 5, these rough drafts for a potential Star Wars comic that would otherwise be lost to time have been recovered once again thanks to StarWarsTimeline.net. In Italy, Darth Bane, Dynasty of Evil, has been released in the Essential Legends Collection format. 20 years have passed since Darth Bane destroyed the Sith Order and remade it with 2, a master who holds sway and an apprentice. Now the time has come for Darth Zana to challenge her Dark Master to a deadly duel. This book was released on September 5th, and in France, the comic adaptation of the Thrawn Trilogy was released on September 18th. 5 years after the fall of the Empire, Luke Skywalker is the first of a new line of Jedi Knights, but the remnants of the Empire have a trump card that could return them to their former glory. The brilliant Admiral Thrawn is ready to destroy the New Republic. However, on the website, the book is currently unavailable. I don't know when or if it'll be back in stock soon, but if you're interested, be sure to keep an eye on it. In merchandise news, we have a lot to go over. Some harder to find figures, including ones from the EU, are getting reissued. Instead of having to pay out the ass on the secondary market, these re-released figures from the Black Series are now available for pre-order, including Asajj Ventress, Darth Malak, Darth Nihilus, and Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. And in the Vintage Collection, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. They are set to be released on January 1st, 2025, except for Darth Malak, which is set to be released on March 1st, 2025. On September 13th, Hasbro Pulse had multiple new announcements during Hasbro PulseCon. In the Black Series, we have updated figures of Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia Organa as they appear in A New Hope. Luke Skywalker comes with a PVC shirt as opposed to soft goods. He comes with a lightsaber, binoculars, a small hook on his belt for attaching them, and a removable pouch. Leia's dress is also updated with PVC instead of soft goods like the original release. She comes with a removable hood and 2 blasters. Luke and Leia are now available for pre-order and are set to be released on February 1st, 2025. Also at Hasbro PulseCon was the reveal of Xizor, the leader of the criminal organization Black Sun, as a part of the Black Series. Being a character from the Shadows of the Empire novel, Hasbro used inspiration from trading cards, video games, comics, and previous Xizor figures to get the design right. He comes with a staff and 2 articulated ponytails. And from Hasbro's press materials, confirm that Dash Rendar from Shadows of the Empire is also coming to the Black Series, likely in 2025. I love seeing new EU figures, and I would also love to see Guri come to the Black Series as part of the Shadows of the Empire line next. We also got the reveal of Clone Commander Bacara from Revenge of the Sith joining the Black Series line. The commander of the 21st Nova Corps was led by Ki-Adi-Mundi, at least until Order 66. He comes with 2 blasters, DC-15A and DC-15S. And joining the Black Series from the Clone Wars show is the BX Commando droid. As a very agile and flexible droid, Hasbro worked to make sure that this figure in particular is highly articulated. It comes with a blaster rifle and a vibro sword. Xizor, Bacara, and the Commando droid are all available for pre-order and are set to release on March 1st, 2025. And we're getting another Funko Pop of an EU character. This time it's T3M4 from the KOTOR series. He looks just as adorable as he does in the game. And even if you're not a fan of Funko Pop, outside of the box, he doesn't really resemble one anyway. Unfortunately, it's currently out of stock on Funko.com, but you do have the option of having them notify you through email if more becomes available. Still, I just love that EU characters are getting more representation through merchandise. In LEGO news, we're getting Jabba's Sail Barge as an Ultimate Collector Series display set. The set is over 30 inches long and comes with 3,942 pieces. It has adjustable textile sails and a top deck that lifts off and sides that fold down to reveal the interior, including the cockpit, prison cell, armory, kitchen, and Jabba's bed. It comes with 11 minifigures like C-3PO, R2-D2 with the drink tray, Bib Fortuna, Princess Leia, Salacious B. Crumb, Jabba, Klaatu, a Gamorrean guard, 2 pirates, and Max Rebo, who has arms, which technically makes this set part of Legends, as Ortolans in Disney canon do not have arms. This set is now available for pre-order and is set to be released on October 6th, 2024. From Sideshow Collectibles as part of the Scum and Villainy series is a 6-scale figure of Garindan. Last month we talked about Greedo and Ponda Baba, but now Garindan is available for pre-order. Wrapped in shadows and secrecy, the Kubaz called Garindan sneaks through the Mos Eisley spaceport looking for the greatest secrets and the highest bidder. Those who wish to learn more about their enemies only have to look for Garindan's distinct black cloak, circular goggles, and long metallic gray snout. With his unrivaled espionage skills, no classified information in the galaxy will stay hidden for long. Inspired by the character's appearance in A New Hope, this fully articulated, highly posable figure includes a hooded black cloak, cape, and a shirt. Garindan further obscures his identity with accessories such as dark belt, matching boots, and a masked portrait with affixed goggles. This figure also features 2 pairs of relaxed hands, as well as alternate hands to pose Garindan holding his blaster or comlink. After all, a master spy must always be ready to adapt to the situation as it unfolds. This figure is set to be released between June and September of 2025, and we'll keep an eye on the other 6-scale figures from the Scum and Villainy line to see what becomes available next. And in video game news, Bounty Hunter, which just got remastered and released for modern consoles, is getting a physical release. On limited run games, you can pre-order Bounty Hunter for the PS5, Xbox, or the Nintendo Switch in the Standard Edition, which is just the game on its own, Premium Edition, or the Master Edition. The Premium Edition includes the game, a double-sided poster, a steel book, a Jango Fett enamel pen, and a commemorative coin. The Master Edition includes everything from the Premium Edition, as well as lithographs, a premium hardcover strategy guide, a bounty tracking journal with tracking stickers, a metal mythosaur skull, and most importantly of all, an individually numbered certificate of authenticity. These physical editions of Bounty Hunter are now available for pre-order until October 2nd, so act fast. In SWTOR news, we have a few new additions to the cartel market with Game Update 7.5.1b. We have the Corporate Sector outfit, the Cunning Admiral Blaster pistol, the SIS Service pistol, the Retractable Training Saber, and the orange and teal dye modules. And SWTOR is finally testing a Mac launcher almost 15 years since the game was originally launched. They're hosting a closed technical test for eligible players. They're looking for players to help them test the Mac launcher, so if you're interested, they have a form that you can fill out on their website. The form will be kept open until October 8th. But what are all your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below.